If you're living under a rock, you must know that the 1.19 update, the wild update, is out. But you must have heard of the mob called as the Warden. What is the Warden? Well, it is a mob introduced in 1.19 in a wild update. And it is a strange mob. Is it even a mob? Well, it is, but also not. So, what is it then? When you see the Warden, it does not look like any of the mobs you've seen in Overworld. It looks completely different, almost from a different world or a dimension. The Warden will be the first blind mob to be added to Minecraft. Instead of following the player normally, it uses the skull-like sensors on its head to detect vibrations, which itself is a very unique thing about it. And as of now, no mob has this type of sensors or features or ability, whatever you want to say. The Warden is a bit taller than the Iron Golem at 4 blocks compared to the Iron Golem's 3 blocks, which makes the Warden one of the largest mobs in Minecraft, while the Ender Dragon is the largest. Warden's chest also has a heart-like structure. Its heartbeat is audible as well as visible, and the more it is attacked, the stronger it gets, and the stronger it gets, the more its soul-filled heart flashes. Which is scary because the only light source will be your torch and the Warden's soul heart thingy. Yup, definitely a great time to be in the deep dark. The Warden's body also looks similar to that of the skull. Well, sort of. It looks more similar to the end portal blocks than the skull blocks. This means that it has some relation to the end. As of now, we can only just, guess about how the Warden is connected to the end, the Ender Dragon, and stuff. We know what the Warden is, but where does the Warden exist? Well, they are found in the deep dark or ancient cities, which are found in the deepest depths of the overworld. So, also know that this mob is dangerous, like it's a possible difficulty. This mob has 500 health. It is the mob which deals most damage, and to kill a Warden with the sharpness 5 netherite sword would take 23 hits. The Warden gets faster when attacked, and it deals so much damage that it can kill a player with wearing full netherite armor in 2 hits, and the Warden has a powerful ranged attack known as the Sonic Boom, which can bypass shields and armor, as well as blocks. And the cooldown for the Sonic Boom is 5 seconds, and on top of it, it has a huge amount of health, more than that of the Iron Golem or a Ravager or a player, and it gives the darkness effect whenever it spawns or when it is near a player. So basically, you would rather fight 5 with this rather than fighting the Warden. Forget fighting. You don't want to even go near the deep dark. Why are you going to the deep dark? Huh? According to Mojang, fighting the Warden is not recommended, as it does a lot of damage. Mojang developers also stated that this mob is not meant to be fought, but rather it is meant to scare players. As one of the Mojang developers said that the Warden is not a mob to be fought, but rather a natural disaster you should avoid. Just like a tornado or volcano, you do not run towards it, you run away from it. Basically, Mojang wanted to bring the fear of 2010 nighttime, which is scary. Like, that's tough. Like, forget creepers blowing you. It's no Warden coming to kill you in the caves. So if you feel like going to the deepest parts of the cave is no longer viable due to the Warden, you're completely wrong. The Warden does not get summoned like any other mob. It has certain parameters for it to spawn. It only spawns near deep dark and ancient cities with certain conditions. You have to trigger for the Warden to spawn, like you have to do it by yourself. If it triggers a Skull Shrieker 4 times, only then the Warden will be spawned. And after that, good luck with the death. But if the Warden does not sense any vibration for 60 seconds, it will despawn by using the digging animation. So that's one way of being safe near the Warden. But why do you want to be near the Warden in the first place? Unless you have a death wish of sorts. So, if you kill the Warden somehow, I don't know how you achieve that, that's besides the point, but what does it drop? It drops a single skull catalyst and 5 XP. So this mob isn't even worth killing or fighting. You'd rather kill a skeleton. It has more valuable drops. The Warden can be distracted though by throwing projectiles like arrows, snowballs. Don't throw it on a Warden though. If you do that, then insta death. If the Warden is near you, you can shoot an arrow or snowball somewhere else, and the Warden will go where the projectile landed to do an inspection of the source of the sounds created by the projectile. Don't spam it though. If you do it, then the warden will sense you and kill you. Just sparingly use it. Just sparingly use the projectiles to get out of difficult situations. Don't ever spam. Oh yes, and also the warden completely ignores the sounds of bats flapping, other wardens, armor stands, and death of an entity or a player. If you do not send any vibrations but you touch the warden, it will sense you and kill you. The warden can smell, feel, and hear, but not see. Remember that. The warden is also immune to fire and lava and can sort of swim in lava and water, like it's more of floating. So basically, you're not even safe when underwater or under lava. The warden prioritizes the players over mobs and other entities. Another piece of wonderful news for us. Speaking of news, the sonic boom can hit only one entity at a time. So that's the good news. Finally. So, in conclusion, what is the warden? Well, the warden is a big, scary, shy, and angry mob who likes to bully people who makes noise and kills them quite mercifully with 100% death guarantee with no life insurance whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's literally the warden in a nutshell. Why did I say all of this? I could have ended the game within 5 seconds if I said the conclusion at first. Or whatever. Goodbye.